When you hear the word feminist, what comes to mind?
You want traditionally? You want now?
No, just now. Like
Just
when
now.
I'm thinking of now. Like
Mad
they want
haters.
to take
Mad
their rights.
haters.
I don't really think there's that much of a need for a modern day feminist. I think it's pretty much all equal these days. I mean, the only thing I can say should be more. There's like certain things like they don't want full equal rights. You know,
They just want power.
Equal rights, equal left. You hit me, I'm gonna hit you back.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like
Dang,
That's it.
I didn't think about it that way. They don't want equal rights. They just want power.
They just want the power. Exactly.
Dang.
They want the equal rights until it doesn't benefit them.
yeah, I mean that's the way with most things. But like, you know,
But nowadays, you have for you to have everything equally, you have to have the equal amount of consequences as
Yeah.
well too. So think about it like this: both man and woman are charged with the same thing, right? Murder, rape, whatever it may be, right?
Okay.
But the woman gets less time than the man because she's a woman. What if you say equal rights? Why isn't the woman getting the same amount of time as the man, or the man is getting the same amount of time as the woman?
Yeah. So in the court system, where I don't think you guys lived long enough to experience how the courts treat you in those kind of situations like domestic violence or anything like that.
well, they always favor the woman, no?
Right. So that's what I was going to say is that there was a handful of guys that have been through some rough times, and I've seen it myself, and I've been through it. Like there is a favoritism to women, and I bet you that feminist women would not want that to be taken away from them. I bet you they still would want to be favored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think to a point, like what he said to begin with was like spot on. Like that was crazy. Like, you know, we want the power, really. I think that's what it really comes down to.
Yeah, my biggest problem with this whole equal rights thing is the rape charges when they falsely accuse a guy of rape, and he does 10 years in prison. They're like, oh, it turns out she lied, and then she gets no slaps on the wrist or nothing. She just continues about her married day, and the dude just lost 10 years of his prime.
Not only that, like how is he supposed to function in society as well too? Because he's been in the prison for 10 years with people who actually have done those types of things. How is he supposed to function? He's probably been through more hard troubles in prison than actually out of prison.
Yeah, and now he's slapped on with that little check mark under his name. So now anytime anyone looks at his name, they go, oh, he has a prison record for raping a woman, and now he can't get a job. And
what then?
Yeah, you're talking about what happens in the aftermath. The travesty, the mental part, how to deal with that, because there's still an effect going on. I think that's an important point. You know, and you know, if there were some feminists at the table, they would probably say, well, what happens when it's reversed? What happens when it's righteous? And I get that. I get both sides, but typically the mind frame when you're talking to a feminist society right now, there's a population, maybe it's not big enough, but what are we going to do when it gets big enough and it starts to take over and starts to abuse power? And that's what I'm more scared of. I'm scared of the abuse of the power. I mean, men abuse power too, don't get me wrong, but I'm scared that this abuse of power is going to be like crying wolf, and it's going to be like it's going to become very oppressive on men. And I'm pretty sure the movement's going to fall on its face at some point.
Oh yeah.
Because people are going to be like, hey, yo, this ain't working. Our military are soft. You know what I'm saying? Special ops aren't like as tough as they used to be. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of components to this movement. Because
Hey guys, if you want to see the rest of this story, visit our YouTube channel, and for more content, subscribe and enjoy. Thank you and God bless.